Coming up on the Suze Orman Show. How much do you know about your money? I've got a fast way for you to find out. Also,
I feel like if I work so hard, I should be able to enjoy my money.
And are you enjoying your money, Tish? Are you enjoying the life that you've created for yourself? And you ask me, can I afford it? Why don't you have more in savings? What are you doing with that money, Fernando? Hi everybody, I'm Suze Orman and you are watching the Suze Orman Show. Guess what? Tonight I am going to give you a pop quiz. You know, many of you have been watching the Suze Orman Show for many, many years. So don't you want to see if it's paid off? So we're going to have 5 questions. You're going to see what your answers are, and if you've been watching, I bet you're going to be able to answer them all correctly. However, if you look at these 5 questions and you answer them incorrectly, I'm here to tell you, you better be watching the Suze Orman Show every Saturday night because these are things that you need to know. So are you ready? Here we go. Question number 1. You're 30 years old and your car just broke down and you need $1,500 to fix it. The only money you have is in retirement accounts. And you do also have a $3,000 credit limit on a credit card with 18% interest. You should, A, take a loan for $1,500 from your 401k and pay yourself back over a 5-year period of time with interest. B, charge $1,500 on your credit card at that 18% interest. Or C, take $1,500 from the money you put in to your traditional IRA last year. What do you think the answer is to that question? The answer happens to be B, everybody. Yes, Suze Orman wants you to get into credit card debt for this situation. You need your car. It's an emergency. That's what credit cards should be for. You can't take money from a traditional IRA. You're only in your 30s. If you just withdraw it, you're going to pay taxes on it and a 10% penalty. It doesn't make sense to do that. You don't want to take a loan from your 401k because, as you know, that's pre-tax money. When you pay it back, it's after taxes. You don't want to do that either. So the correct answer was B. Did you get that one right? Question number 2. You are about to apply for a mortgage to buy a home. Your FICO score is 750 and your unemployed spouse has a FICO score of 450. You should, A, apply in both of your names since you need both of your incomes to qualify. B, apply in both of your names since both of your FICO scores are needed to get the best interest rate. Or C, apply just in your own name since you have the highest FICO score. You should all have gotten this one correct. The correct answer is C. Your spouse isn't working, so their income doesn't count because they're unemployed. They also, B, they don't have a good FICO score. So if you apply with your spouse's low FICO score, it is possible that the interest rate will be based on their low FICO score and not your good FICO score. So you want to apply a loan because there's no other income there to get a loan and you have a great FICO score. It's C, everybody. Let's do question number 3. You just got a new job with a 401k plan. Your company matches dollar for dollar up to 6% of your base pay. You also have no emergency fund. You also have $3,000 of credit card debt at a 24% interest rate. You should, A, pay off your credit card debt first. It's at 24% interest. B, start to put money in an emergency fund so if something happens, you don't go further into debt. Or C, put money into your 401k up to the point of the match, then pay off your credit card debt. The correct answer is C. You cannot pass up free money. If your employer is giving you $1 for every dollar that you put in, that's 100% return on your money. I don't care if you don't have a pot to pee in. You cannot pass up free money. Question number 4. You need life insurance to protect your family. You have 3 kids ages 5, 8, and 10, and you take home $50,000 a year. You should get A, a 1.2 million whole life policy, B, a 1.2 million 10-year level term policy, or C, a 1.2 million 20-year level term policy? Answer is C. Why is the answer C? Because number one, you never want to get a whole life insurance policy, and you always want insurance to cover your youngest child until they are about 25 years of age, because at that time, if something happens, they'll be okay. Answer is C. And last, question 5. You're 35 and you have money in a Roth IRA. You put $10,000 in and it's grown to $15,000. How much can you take out without taxes or penalty? A, 0. You can't take any of it out. B, $10,000. Or C, $15,000. The correct answer is B, everybody. Remember, in a Roth IRA, you can take out any money you originally put in without taxes or penalties, regardless of your age or how long it's been in there. You cannot take the growth of that money out until you're at least 59 and a half, and that money has been in there for 5 years. So here's the question. How did you do on this little pop quiz? You should have gotten every single one of these questions correct. If you did not, you better be coming here every Saturday night. If you did, well, here's the good news. Your work of letting me entertain you every Saturday night has truly paid off. Let's go to Emily in Pennsylvania. You are on the Suze Orman Show.
Hi, Susie. Thanks so much for talking with me.
Ask me your question.
All right. So now that my boyfriend and I are living together and I'm getting a better look at his finances, I see that he's in some pretty bad financial debt. In college, he was unknowingly dropped from his parents' insurance. And after a 3-day hospital stay, he raked up about $12,000 in medical bills. And on top of that, he has $31,000 in student loans, and he doesn't earn very much from his first job out of school. So collection agencies are calling him frequently, and it's getting pretty overwhelming. So I'm just wondering what he should focus on first, and how does he even go about dealing with medical debt?
Now, Emily, do you hear how you're talking about your boyfriend, possibly husband-to-be? You're talking about him like he is your son. As you look at him, as he is dealing with this debt, what grade would you give him in terms of dealing with debt?
Probably a C minus.
A C minus. And how does that make you feel when you see what he's lacking? He's got a C minus. Do you see what I mean? So how does that make you feel about your future with him together?
Definitely worried.
All right, now that is what you need to pay attention to. Your job is not to be his financial mother. Your job is to be his equal, and he is to be your equal, and he is displaying behavior already that I am here to tell you, warning, warning, be very careful how you proceed. His student loan debt, he owes that back. I don't care if he's making a little bit amount of money. He has got to have figured a way to be making payments on this debt. The fact that he's ignoring it or the fact that he's not handling it is just a small manifestation of a bigger problem. Medical debt, he should be calling the hospital or wherever it came from and working out a little payment plan with them. They're always open to doing so. But the real question here isn't for me. The real question here is for you. What are you doing, girlfriend? Coming up next, a Suze intervention. Tish, this isn't funny. You don't have any more excuses that will allow you to continue to do this, because nobody's gonna be able to save you. And later, when wanting something, ask me, can I afford it?
The Honda Accord has the touchscreen radio, the sunroof, the backup camera, navigation system, and push-to-start features.
You know, wait, Yvonne, just stop a second. Welcome back, everybody, to a Suze intervention. Tish is here from Memphis, Tennessee. She's single and 28 years old. Tish has her master's in social work and is a social worker therapist. Tish says she knows she needs an intervention, and her money tells the tale. She has $80 to her name right now and consumer debt of about $125,000, which breaks down to $99,000 in student loans and $23,000 in a car loan and nearly $3,000 in credit card debt. She spends more than she makes every month. So as you can see, we're in trouble here. So Tish, my dear, let's dish about this financial dilemma that you happen to be in. Tell me why you, at this point in time, decided that you wanted a Suzie intervention.
I wanted a Suzie intervention just because I wanted to get a financial fresh start. I know that I do spend a lot more than I take in, and just kind of tired of the same old routine and wanted to try something different.
So if you want a fresh start, I think we owe it to the viewing audience to tell them some of your past as to what you've done that doesn't make sense, that has gotten you into this situation. So let's start first with the car. You had a car that was perfectly great. It was running, you owned it outright, you did not have any car payment at all. And you walk into a showroom and you walk out with a brand new car that you did not need, and you now have almost $600 a month in payment, even though we're not meeting your bills by over $200 a month. Why did you do that?
At the time that I bought the car, I was working in a southern part of Mississippi, driving a lot in the country, and I had a slight problem with my other car, and I kind of panicked and gave myself a reason to buy a new car for just in case purposes.
I hear this logical excuse that you just gave me. Why is it that I'm not buying it? I'm just not buying it.
Yeah. Another reason I bought the car too
Be
is
honest with
probably
me now. Be honest with yourself now. Go on.
Another reason I probably bought the car is probably why I spend so much money. I just feel like I work hard. I've always worked hard. I've always kept a job since 15. So I feel like if I work so hard, I should be able to enjoy my money.
And are you enjoying your money, Tish? Are you enjoying the life that you've created for yourself?
Absolutely not.
Why have you chosen to stay on time with your MasterCard credit cards, but the $500 some odd that you owe to LensCrafter to buy Prada sunglasses, you've decided not to pay on that debt? Why are you paying on one and not the other?
To be perfectly honest with you, my MasterCard is still open and I can still use it, and my LensCrafter's card is closed.
I have to just say this to you. When you charge money on a credit card, you borrow money and you get something, you have a physical item for what you charged, and you then do not make a payment on that card. In a certain way, you're getting something that you've never paid for. Agreed?
Yeah, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, I want you to think about it. It's not exactly the same, but on some level, when somebody goes into a store and they shoplift or they do whatever and they steal it, the store is out those sunglasses. You put it on your credit card, you have the sunglasses, you've never paid them, they're out those sunglasses. The end result is exactly the same. And that is how you have been living your life. When you were younger and you wanted to go to school, you took it upon yourself to literally sign your mother's name without her knowing it to one of your student loans because you wanted what you wanted when you wanted it. And so you put her in a situation where she, when she checked her credit, found out that she had a student loan that she never signed for. What did you say to yourself that made it okay for you to do that? Now get honest with me now.
Yeah, at the time about the loan in my mom's name, we had initially talked about doing a private loan to help pay for school because the first 2 years she was paying out of pocket. And then she decided not to do it.
And she said no,
yes.
And you did it anyway.
Yeah, at the time I lost my financial aid. I was just kind of at school, just kind of playing around, not taking my classes seriously, so I lost my financial aid at the time. And opposed to being honest with my mom and just letting her know I lost the financial aid, I just wanted to just kind of keep it under wraps. So I resubmitted the application, and I did get approved. But in my mind, I was just like, well, I can just pay on it. I can just get, refund checks and apply it to the loan. But it didn't work out that way.
Do you get how nothing's working out the way that you think it's working out? Do you get that you have had a reason for everything that you've done, and you are sitting here in a situation that I don't know if you have what it takes to get out of it?
Yeah.
Tish, this isn't funny. You don't have any more excuses. If you really want to change and have any chance at all to financial survival in the future, you have got to come to grips with you are going to work harder than you have ever worked for money, and you are not going to have anything to show for it for years to come. But you will be living an honest life. You won't be taking something that you don't have the ability to pay for. And you're going to be doing what is right versus what is wrong. And in your 28 long years that you wanted to live and do whatever you wanted, you've done it. You don't have a choice anymore. Are you willing to really go for it, Tish, and have a total Tish transformation, really?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, girlfriend. The first thing is you need to find more money. We are $250 a month short of you just making your bills. So you have got to cut some of your expenses. Now, I know you think you're probably cutting as much as you already can. No, you are going to cut $108 a month of eating out. You can't afford to eat out. You can't afford to have pets, Tish. You're spending $50 a month on pets when you are not paying your student loan payment. You also spend $40 a month on entertainment. You're going to have to find a way to entertain yourself at home. You spend about $140 a month. Actually, you spend a lot more than this, but you're going to cut $140 a month from your personal care budget because you have to care more about your finances than you do about how you look. You're going to cut your clothing budget by $50. I am sure that everything you have in your closets over all of these years will suffice for a long, long time. And you're going to stop taking vacations and doing everything else to the tune of $163 a month. Now, that's going to give you an extra $551 per month. Now, we have to deal with your student loan debt. You need to go on a payment plan where this student loan debt is paid off under a standard-based method so that it's gone in 10 years. In your notes, it says that you have the ability or the possibility of seeing more clients in therapy and making an additional $800 to $1,000 a month. You need to do that. And all of that money is going to go towards your student loan payment. Otherwise, you are going to be in serious, serious trouble. Those are the things that you need to do financially. Emotionally, however, before you spend a penny, you've got to ask yourself, is this a want or is this a need? If it's a need, medicine, something like that, buy it. If it is a want, you aren't going to be buying it for a long, long time. You have to want to stand in your truth and tell everybody, I can't afford to give you a wedding gift. I can't afford to go out to dinner with you. I can't afford to do anything because I owe people money. And until I pay them the money, I am not standing in my truth. That's where I would like you to start, my dear Tish. But I'd really like to see you let this penetrate this financial armor that I see you have around you and take it in as deep as I wished it would go. Up next, you can't afford to miss. Can I afford it?
I want to build a voiceover studio for myself and a playroom for my kids.
Oh, I love this deep voice of yours. And Can I Afford It, Junior? In your heart of hearts, Fernando, you believe if you get this Newmark MixTrack Pro 2, it will help you be a DJ where you can make money with this, correct?
Yes.
What do you want to buy?
Newmark MixTrack Pro.
I really need a new car.
Proof
to Bermuda with our children.
It's that time, everybody. This is the Can I Afford It segment. This is where you call in. You tell me what it is you want to buy. And oh, yes, I tell you if you can afford it or not. Are you ready? Keith, what do you want to buy?
How are you doing, Suzie?
Oh, I love this deep voice of yours, Keith. Now I'm doing great. I wish I had a voice that was like, yeah, can I afford it? Segment. Anyway, what do you want to buy, boyfriend?
So I want to build a voiceover studio for myself and a playroom for my kids. So I'm a voice talent, and you may hear my voice on TV commercials, radio, documentaries, and if you don't pay your mortgage, you may get a call from me saying that your bill is due. I record from home, and it's difficult to record with noise from the outside, like lawnmowers, neighbors' dogs barking, and planes flying overhead. So I want to have an isolated space where I can record anytime I want. And my kids will have a playroom where they can go wild when I'm not recording. I get a studio, my kids get a playroom, and my wife gets to send us all upstairs so we don't make a mess downstairs. It's a win-win-win.
But it's $40,000. So just before I give you a decision one way or the other, you are able to use what you currently have. You're making money from it. You just think it would be more ideal. Would you make more money if you did this, or just about the same as what you're doing right now?
I think I would be more efficient and could make more money because I can record.
All right, then show me the money.
Okay, here we go. Our take-home pay is $14,600 a month, and that includes income and $1,100 from a rental property.
Great.
Our expenses are $10,055 a month. For debt, we have two mortgages, $190,000 and $85,000, both on a 30-year fixed note. And in savings, we have $36,000 liquid, $40,000 in investments, $571,000 in retirement, and $40,000 in 529 plans.
And how are you going to pay for this?
So we're working out a plan to carve out savings over the next few months, use a portion of our current savings, and of course, I'm going to be hustling for extra voiceover gigs.
Got
By
it.
the way, you need any help with anything?
You never know. I might. I love this voice of yours. So I'm looking at this. This is for a job. This is for your career. So it's a little bit different than you just wanting to buy something. So you have been denied. And the reason you are denied is I am already almost $80,000 short of an emergency fund that you need because you do voiceover work. Anything can happen to your voice. If something happens to your voice, now you are out of work altogether. And now we do not even have the money for you to pay for your $10,000 a month of expenses that you may have, only for you to be a little bit more efficient and have a room for your kids to play in when you're not doing it, boyfriend. Make more money first, and then call back to hear my voice tell you approved. But for now, once again, listen closely. You have been denied. Anyway, Elizabeth, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Suzie. Thank you for having me on. I'm so excited to be speaking to you.
Oh, what do you want to buy?
Okay, so I want to go to Thailand. So flight is about $1,900 and food tour expenses about $1,100.
So you want to go $3,000 on a Thailand adventure. Thailand is so beautiful.
Yes.
So I can't blame you. But show me the money. Let's see if you can afford it.
Okay, so my take home is $5,948 a month. My expenses are $3,063 a month. For debt, I had my first little New York City apartment that I worked so hard to get, $221,000 on a 30-year fixed mortgage. In addition, $7,500 left on my student loan, and about $1,200 on my credit card at a 0% interest.
And savings?
And in savings, I have $6,850 in liquid and $6,500 in retirement.
Denied. I'm not even going to ask you where you're going to get this money from because you don't have a place to get this money from. You're going to take your savings down to $3,600 because I'm not going to let you get into further debt. You already have credit card debt. You are 31 years of age. Thailand will still be there when you're 41 and possibly be able to afford it at that time. Yvonne, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Suzie. I really need a new car.
You need a new car. So you need a car. You don't necessarily need a new car. It could be a used car, but I see this as a brand new car. It's a 2014 Honda Accord EXL, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So $25,000.
Yes, I purchased my current car in 2009 for $2,500. It has high mileage, and I've been putting so much money into it lately. The
And so
Honda Accord has the touchscreen radio, the sunroof, the backup camera, navigation system, and push-to-start features.
You know, wait, Yvonne, just stop a second. You could have made a little better case out of it rather than just saying the Honda Accord has a touch for your radio, a skylight, all of these things that I wanted you to say, you know, the Honda Accord, it's really reliable. It's rated safe, the best, safest car out there. It gets great gas mileage. You didn't say any of those things. You just said that it's a cool looking car and it operates really cool and I want to look cool in this cool car. Show me the money, my dear Yvonne.
My take home is $1,580 a month. My expenses are $904 a month. I live rent-free with family. The only debt I have is $788 on a credit card, and I have $11,000 in liquid.
And how are you going to pay for this?
I'm going to put $3,000 down, which will go toward the taxes. And I'm going to finance the rest with the Honda's graduate program. It offers me a 1.9% APR. My payments will be $444 a month, and I plan to pay it off in 60 months.
In 5 years.
Yes.
Right. How long have you been watching the Suze Orman show?
I've been watching your show for about a couple years now.
Couple years now. Okay. Interesting. Denied. Because, number one, you haven't been watching very well. You haven't been watching well at all, because I have said to you over and over again, you know, if you can afford a car, if you can afford the payments in a 3-year period of time, the max. But no, you're going to be paying it over a 5-year period of time. You add $400 or $500 a month plus more insurance, everything else on that car, it brings you up in monthly payments to almost as much money as you are taking home. Are you kidding me? You do not have enough money to do this. You're not always going to live at home. You are 24 years of age. You need money in retirement. You cannot afford this card. Diane, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I'm so excited to be talking to you.
Thank you, Diane. But what do you want to buy?
We want to celebrate our 25th wedding anniversary on a cruise to Bermuda with our children. It's 7 days, all inclusive, for $5,500.
Bermuda.
Yes.
$5,500. Bermuda is stunning. Bermuda is a place you should want to go. You gotta love Bermuda. So I get this in 25 years. My goodness, show me the money.
Okay, our take home is $5,600 a month combined.
Great.
Our expenses are $4,666 a month. We have $1,900 left on a car loan, and we own our home outright.
Great.
In savings, we have $26,000 liquid, $64,000 in investments, $282,000 in retirement, and $13,000 in 529 plans.
All right, and how are you going to pay for this?
Well, this is actually a deal. Last year we looked at the trip and it was $7,500, so it's on sale now. But we have $450 already included in our monthly expenses for the trip, so we won't have to touch our liquid or our excess.
So you've been saving $400 some odd a month in your money, and that's what you've been doing with it, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So you are denied.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Diane.
25 years.
25 years. You're going to have to just put up a really great picture of Bermuda in front of you and sit in front of it and just go, I love that place. Listen to me, girlfriend. Okay. You are 47 years of age. You don't have enough in your emergency fund as it is. You have nowhere near enough in your retirement account for you to be able to be okay and retire in 20 years from now. You're not doing the right thing with money. And even though I know you want to go, it's a want, it's not a need for somebody in your situation. You know, we have kids of all ages that watch the Suze Orman show. They want to know what to do with their money as well. So this is Can I Afford It Junior, where somebody under the age of 16 calls in and asks me if they can afford or not to buy something that they want. Fernando, what do you want to buy?
Actually, I'm really interested in buying this new mark Mix Track Pro.
I'm taking a look at it right now. It's $250. Why are you interested? You said that in an interesting way. You said you're interested in buying this Newmark Mixtrack Pro 2. Why are you interested in it?
I'm really interested in it because I want to be a DJ, which makes tons of cool music and just get paid a lot. So I just really want to be a professional DJ. And I've worked with several computer systems. So I'm really thinking that this mixture can help me relieve my dreams.
So this is like a business investment for you, and you've looked at all these machines, and in your heart of hearts, Fernando, you believe if you get this Newmark Mixtrack Pro 2, it will help you be a DJ where you can make money with this, correct?
Yes.
You got it, boyfriend, show me the money.
All right, I make $120 a month, and that includes $80 a month for swap meets and $40 a month for chores and good grades. I have no expenses, I have no debt, and in savings I have $250 at home, and in liquid I have the same amount, $250.
So you have $700 and you want to spend about 40% of that money on an item, even though you know my rule of about 10%. Do I have that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And just before I answer you, I'm a little confused because you're also making so much money. Why don't you have more in savings? What are you doing with that money, Fernando? You are wasting it because it's not there in savings. You should have a whole lot of money given how much money you are making, given that you have no expenses. However, here's the question, everyone. Should I approve or deny Fernando? My final verdict is later in the show. Want to be part of the Can I Afford It segment? All you have to do is go to my website, SuzeOrman.com, and you'll find the information that you need to know there to come and play with me right here. And if you are on the air with me, not only are you going to get great advice, not only are you going to stay out of trouble financially speaking, but you're going to get a T-shirt that is going to give you my verdict that I gave you on it, and you can only get that here. Next, I tackle trending topics in Ask Suzie.
Whatever bonuses that we get, I think that we should invest, whereas she thinks we should pay down, say, the mortgage or car payments.
The question really isn't good debt, bad debt. The question is, how much is that debt costing you? And later, it's Suzie 911, help for your money emergency.
We've been dating for about 1.5 years now, and I just found out that she has over $100,000 in student loans. Should this be a major concern before I pop the question?
Welcome back, everybody. Look where we are. I'm standing up. I am not behind my desk. And that's because I am in the control room at CNBC headquarters. So many ways for you to be part of the Suze Orman Show. Take a look at your screen. Send in an email. Join me on Facebook. Or if you send in a tweet and put hashtag AskSuzie, it comes right here. And if we choose it, your tweet will be on the air. Let's see what's trending right now. We have from Kate Tastic. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, my company is ending our pension plan. What should I do? Annuity, IRA, Roth, payout. Your advice is appreciated. Kate, here's the thing. Money that's in your pension plan, you have never paid taxes on it. Therefore, you should take it. But you shouldn't take it personally. You should do what's called an IRA rollover, where it rolls over into an IRA account and you will not be paying taxes on that rollover. Then you will make a decision. Do you want to take some of that money little by little and put it into a Roth IRA? Convert it into a Roth IRA. Because when you do convert it, you will be paying ordinary income taxes on it, and that money has to be taken from someplace outside of that retirement account. The key is do it at a discount brokerage firm. Do not do a rollover at a bank or an insurance company or directly with a mutual fund company. Look at a discount brokerage firm to do the IRA rollover. Let's go to Long Island, New York. Frank, what do you need to know?
Hi, Suzie. My wife and I agree that we should pay off all bad debt, like credit card debt, that we currently don't have at the moment. However, where we disagree is on good debt, equity building debt, like our home mortgage, for example. So whatever bonuses that we get, I think that we should invest, whereas she thinks we should pay down, say, the mortgage or car payments. What's your advice?
Well, you know, now you just added car payments into home mortgage. First of all, you would never pay down the debt on a home, a mortgage, if you were not going to be staying in that house for the rest of your life. You wouldn't be putting extra payments towards it because most likely the interest rate on a home mortgage is so little, 2.5%, 3.5%. It's really smart money and it's a tax deduction. If you're going to stay in it, that's another thing. Car loan debt, the question is, what is the interest rate that you are paying on that car loan? Because the question really isn't good debt, bad debt. The question is, how much is that debt costing you? But if your car loan debt is in check, it's going to be paid off in 3 years. Given the opportunities in these markets here, I would be leaving that debt alone. I would be investing every month into a retirement account and into the market, and that's what I would be doing if I were you. So I think, Frank, this battle, you won. All right, everybody, let's go back to the studio, and here's what's coming up next. Need help right now? It's Suzie 911.
And I know with her only making about $35,000 a year, she's probably only paying the interest on these loans, if that.
What took a year and a half for you to find this out? And later, my final verdict for Fernando. Are you serious about being a DJ?
Oh, yes. Yes, I am.
Welcome back, everybody, to Suzie 911, where help for your money emergency is just a phone call away. Let's activate the call wall categories and find out what my next caller needs immediate help with. Caller, what is your name and what is your money emergency when it comes to love and money?
Hi, Suzie. I'm Thomas from Ohio. Thank you so much for taking my call. My money emergency involves me proposing to my girlfriend within the next couple of months. We've been dating for about a year and a half now, and I just found out that she has over $100,000 in student loans that are both subsidized and unsubsidized. Now, I've worked very hard to stay out of debt, especially student loans, because I know that's the most dangerous debt you could be in from watching your show all the time.
Good boy, good boy.
And I know with her only making about $35,000 a year, she's probably only paying the interest on these loans, if that. So should this be a major concern before I pop the question?
Is this something that you found out on your own? Is this something, Thomas, that she came to you and said, you know, you've been with her a year and a half. How's it possible that after a year and a half, you didn't know it in the first month, the second month, the third month? What took a year and a half for you to find this out?
Because we didn't really talk about like that until now. Which, if I had the luxury to go back, yes, I would have loved to find out sooner.
And is the $100,000 of student loan debt the only debt that she has?
Yes, that's the only thing she's in.
And is she current with her student loan debt?
Current, what do you mean? Is she
Meaning
paying
she's not in default, she's not in deferment, she's not in forbearance. She is paying back that student loan debt.
Yes, she is.
And is she paying it back under the IBR method, which is income-based repayment?
Yes.
All right, because that's what you need to take into consideration. Why you, Thomas, listen closely to me now, why you are not responsible, even when you've married her, for that debt. The problem is this. After you have married her, now she's on income-based repayment. If she should be paying $1,000 a month towards this debt on the standard method, which means it's paid back in 10 years, and she's only paying, let's say, $200 a month, the $800 more that she should be paying is added to the back end of the loan. 25 years from now, when the loan is forgiven, she will still owe $800 a month for all those years on it. Do you see what I'm saying? And she will owe that money that now is forgiven, but she will owe income tax on that money. That means you are married, and jointly that's going to come into play. So that's just something for you to consider. However, student loan debt and having student loan debt doesn't mean that you shouldn't marry her. You just need to make sure that she is responsible with her money. You like how she acts with her money, that hopefully she will be making more than $31,000 a year, because if she has $100,000 of student loan debt, she should be a lawyer, she should be a doctor, she should be something where she can generate that money to pay it back. But if it is bothering you and something doesn't feel right, boyfriend, you can always ask her to marry you. But once you've asked, now it's over. So don't do it until it feels good to you. Got it? And if you have a money emergency and need my help, just go to my website, SuzeOrman.com, and hit Suzie 911. My final verdict for Fernando is next. This is your dream. This is your passion. You can feel it in your gut. Is that right?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Welcome back to the Can I Afford It? Final verdict. Earlier, 14-year-old Fernando asked me if he could afford to spend $250 on a DJ sound mixer.
I just really want to be a professional DJ, and I've worked with several computer systems. So I'm really thinking that this mixture can help me relieve my dream.
Fernando, are you still with me, sweetheart?
Yep.
All right, now before I give you my final verdict, let's remind everyone about your money. You make $120 a month by doing chores, getting good grades, and working at swap meets. You have no expenses. That's good, Fernando. You have no debt. That's even better. And in savings, you have $350 in your home bank and $350 in liquid, and you want to pay for this using your liquid savings. Now, Fernando, any last words before I give you my final verdict?
Yes, with this DJ sound system, I can make that money back within 2 to 3 months.
Are you serious about being a DJ?
Oh, yes. Yes, I am.
This is your dream. This is your passion. You can feel it in your gut. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. All right. You have been approved, boyfriend. Any reaction there?
Thank you so much.
Oh, and everybody, you might be confused. The reason that I'm approving Fernando, even though he is going to be spending 40% approximately of his liquid money, is because this is an investment in who Fernando wants to be. He has a plan. He has a dream. This isn't just a toy because all the other kids have toys. This is something that hopefully he can invest today so Fernando can be more tomorrow. Boyfriend, maybe you could send us a little track or do something and show us what you did with this mixer. All right, that brings us to the end here of the Suze Orman Show, but there's really only one thing that I never, ever want you to forget when it comes to your money, and it is this. People first, then money, then things. Now you stay safe. Bye-bye.